Zenless Zone Zero is the brand new Hoyoverse game releasing next week. In this video, we're going to talk about the banners that they just released and talk about which 5-star might be worth getting for you. And we're also going to be going over all the free rewards that you're going to be getting with the game between the free pulls, the 5-star selector, and free new characters. Welcome to Jello Impact and introducing Jello Zone Zero, where we build and test every single character to help you decide who you want to summon for and build. And yes, I am officially announcing that I will be fully diving into Zenless Zone Zero. I'll basically be doing all the same content I'm doing here on Genshin Impact over there on Jello Zone Zero, so definitely go subscribe if you're interested in Zenless content. I'm of course going to link my channel in the description, and I'm also going to link the official Zenless Zone Zero website so that you can check it out for yourself. Without further ado, I first want to cover a couple things from the live stream that they announced that made me way more excited for the game. Then I'm going to move into all the free stuff that Zenless is giving out, and by looking at all that free stuff that we're going to get will help you frame which of the 2 5-stars that you should go for that are coming out during the 1.0 banner. Those that know me well know that I very highly value immersion, and one of the things that Zenless Zone Zero did well in some ways and did pretty poorly in others was immersion. Most of the game really made me feel great with how the theming was, with how all the animations, all the characters, they all have unique personality. I was very interested in the story and the world, but it felt to me like there weren't as many areas as there really should be showcasing the grandiose scale of the world. Well, now with the live stream, as you're seeing in the footage, they've expanded the starter area to be double its original size. They've added new interactions that you can interact with your different characters, and you can go and hang out with them and actually see them in the open world, which definitely increases immersion. They've added some explorations such as chests that you can find while exploring the world, and they also added the new map for the end game mode, which is a big part of integration into the overall story of Zenless Zone Zero, and it felt weird just to have this mode in the menu. Now they've actually introduced the Hollow as a real map, and just the fact that there's a place that you can go to and look around and actually see it and feel it and understand what's going on. I know this isn't a massive deal to some people, but the fact that they've essentially tripled the amount of places that you can go and see and feel yourself immersed in the world, and the fact that they're going to be adding more really does help me feel immersed in the overall world, which is a big part of my enjoyment for the game. And they talked about wanting to add in new, more interactive maps and things that you can actually interact with in the world and do, and that play a part in your combat experience is something that I really wanted, and is something that they talked about during the live stream, something that they've continued to flesh out and that they're going to flesh out more. So I'm really happy to see them take these steps towards making the game more immersive and more polished, and it looks like they're going to continue to do so, and that's really exciting to me. Next, I want to talk about the new characters that they teased and previewed. Character design is obviously very important to me, and I always had faith in Hoyoverse for making good characters, but of course with only seeing the launch roster, there's always the question of, am I gonna like the characters long term? Are they gonna be fun? Are they gonna be cool? And we got teased a few characters that got me really excited for the future. So the first one being from the Special Ops Squad was this pink-haired girl, and also this bow guy. He has a bow. He looks really cool. But really the pink-haired girl, I'm really excited about. Just her vibe, her outfit, her katana, and just the overall vibe I'm getting from her is really awesome. I'm also excited about Bow Guy. He looks cool. I think a lot of people are gonna be really excited about him. From the Special Ops Squad, there's this cat guy who's new. This girl on the left who has these funny ears. Her jacket kind of split down the middle, and the girl on the left, the girl on the left seems like she has, kind of reminds me of Herta, where she has like her legs seem like plastic, like she's some sort of robot or something. She fights with, it seems like, this pole arm. This girl's got these knives. I'm, as you can probably guess, you know my type, I'm most excited for Cowgirl or whatever she is, but I'm really excited. This faction looks cool. I definitely think that they're going for like a different visual style than Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, and I think that that's okay. Like, we have those designs there. They want something fresh and new for this game, and is different. And I will say, at immediate first glance, these designs don't jump out to me as much as Genshin Impact character designs, but they're sort of growing on me. The more I have played the game through the betas, the more I've you know, seeing the art and seeing the animations, they've grown on me in the amount that I like them and the detail that's been put into them. I've come to like the art style quite a bit. This character looks really, really cool, and we're getting her for free. We'll talk about that. This is the girl with the bat. She looks awesome. Definitely one of the coolest characters I've seen. Obviously, Shark Girl gonna be the first limited 5-star. And then we've already seen all of these guys. They were part of the last beta, and we've already seen these guys, the Cunning Hares. So overall, some nice teases, and the overall roster is looking a bit more fleshed out. There's more men, there's more tall women, and so overall, I think we know a bit more of what to expect from future releases. They're definitely leaning into a more mature vibe. Like, obviously, the girl's assets are very enhanced, and this girl also with the revealing top right there between the jacket, and they're definitely going for more mature vibe. Not as fan servicey as some gacha games, but definitely a lot more than Hoya versus other titles with. So I think that'll appeal to a lot of people. So yeah, new areas, new characters, new additions to gameplay and quality of life optimizations. I'm really excited for a lot of those things. Now I want to talk about the free stuff that you get just from playing the game at launch. First thing to note is we're getting 100 free pulls at launch and 80 Bupons, which is the free pulls that are specifically for the Bang Boo banner, which is a free to play only banner. It's kind of like a second weapon banner, but the currency can only be gotten through playing events and through playing through the game and from the battle pass. You can't just buy, you know, hundreds of dollars of summons for the banner, so it is a free-to-play friendly banner. I do believe that this 100 free pulls includes the exploration and the quests and all the gameplays. That's the pulls that are available in the game. Of course, that doesn't include dailies and events and things like that. So it's just like the launch, like the content that's in the game at launch, you'll be able to have 100 summons. At least that's my interpretation of what's going on. So what this tells me, first of all, that we have to note when we're planning our pulls for the game is that you've got 100 summons to work with, and then the first 20 days where there's going to be events and probably more pulls and your daily commissions. So I do believe you'll almost be able to, if not fully, guarantee one of the first 2 characters of the first 2 5-stars. So that's something to keep note of, that we can most likely guarantee you, even if you lose your 50-50, that we can guarantee you one of the 5-stars. But to figure out whether that should be Ellen or whether it should be Zhu, whatever her name is, we need to look at the other free characters that we're going to be getting. So Piper Wheel is going to be a 4-star, but she's not going to be free. Lucy is going to be a 4-star fire character, and she is going to be free. So we'll add her to the top. Zhu Yang is the second limited 5-star. Ellen Zhou is the first limited 5-star. Alexandrina is a standard banner 5-star. Grace is a standard banner 5-star. Hishimi Miyabi is a limited 5-star that we don't have a date for. So Kaku is a 4-star, and she is going to be given for free, at least if all the free stuff from the betas carries over and is reflective on official release, which I do believe it will be. Ben is also a fire character, and he's going to be given for free. So far, these are our 3 free characters. Anton, Electro character, or I actually don't know. The Electro character, I don't believe that he's given for free. Koleda, standard banner 5-star. Von Lycoon, standard banner 5-star. Corin, because of the pre-registration, we are getting her for free. She is a normal type, or a physical damage, sorry, not normal, a physical damage free 4-star. Actually, in this game, they're called S ranks for 5-stars and A ranks, but you get the idea. Nekomata is a standard banner S rank. Soldier 11, standard banner S rank. Billy, he's going to be given for free as one of the starting characters. Nicole, going to be given for free as a standard character, and be given for free as a starting character. And so you can see you're actually getting quite a few standard banner character, or not standard, quite a few free characters. And on top of this, you're also going to have access to a standard banner S rank selector. So just like in Honkai Star Rail, where you can choose a standard banner after 300 summons, you will be able to do the same thing for Zenless Zone Zero. And we'll definitely make a video down the line on which one of those is best to summon for, but that's another thing to keep in mind, that you will at least be able to guarantee one of these eventually. So now that we know all the characters that are going to be given for free, we can take a look at the banners and talk about which one is going to be better for you and which one has more value. Just so you have an idea of their roles, it's looking like Batgirl will be something of a buffer. Sukaku is also something of a buffer. Ben is kind of like a shielder. Corin's mostly a DPS. Billy, mostly a DPS. Anby is sort of like a debuffer. Or sorry, Nicole is sort of like a debuffer. And Anby is mostly a DPS as well. But also keep in mind that the game is brand new and that the roles will evolve and change as we learn more about the game and we get more and more used to actually playing it. Right now, our understanding is fairly bare bones. Also check out how cool her little piggy is. So Ellen she's an S rank ice DPS, and she's gonna be on banner with the Electro Anton and the ice type Sokaku. Sokaku should be her best support, and the final character that should make up at least her initial main team is going to be Vaughn. Vaughn is sort of meant to build up stacks on the enemy, which allow you to do more damage in the long run. So you're going to use him to do that. You're going to be using Sokaku to debuff the enemy and buff your characters. I can't remember which one it is, but she's a support like that. I don't remember if it's buff or debuff. And then you're going to come in with Ellen and do crazy massive damage. She's definitely the premier DPS at launch, and this will definitely be the strongest team at launch, at least with the information we have. And of course it makes sense. As with all gacha games though, I don't think that you should be super concerned with power at launch. Like, I understand we all want to be efficient with our resources, we want to get characters that are worth it, but we don't know how well characters will hold up in the long run. Like in Genshin, Venti was very good for a long time and then was eventually power crept. He was the one launch character. Klee was the other launch character, and obviously she was very good for a long time. She even got better over time, and she's still very good, but she's also power crept. And in Honkai Star Rail, Zila was power crept much quicker than I would say the Genshin characters were, and Jing Yuan, although he was power crept quite quickly, he has gotten kind of better over time, and he's still definitely power crept by the top DPSs now. Even the first support in Honkai Star Rail, which was Silver Wolf, which we thought she was going to be a top character for a long time, she ended up being, you know, just a solid option kind of character, definitely not a top character. So I doubt that any of the 1.0 characters will be a long-term top meta pick. I think that what you want to do is play these characters trials, and I know that this is stupid because it's like you don't even need a video for this, but I like to talk about all the different characters and give you my information, and this is what I like to cover. I like to cover the content in the game and talk about what I'm excited for and all of my different thoughts, so you can absorb those and enjoy the discussion, and as well as get some information about the characters that you hopefully like and the free characters that you have. But Ellen will be a top character at launch, but these characters, you shouldn't really go for them for that reason. You should go for them because you like their design or you like their playstyle. Zhuyan is sort of like a ranged character, and she's ether type. We don't have very many ether type characters. The only other is Nicole, and so Nicole will be her best support, and so these will be our only two ether characters. So there's this sort of like a reason to pull for her, and maybe for some people maybe a reason to wait. It's hard to say how badly you will need each type, right? Maybe you can just ignore ether. It's hard to say right now, but using Zhuyan and Nicole, that's going to be a pretty cool team, and you'll be able to probably put Anby or Billy on the other side to maybe get the resonance, or I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Maybe you do use Ben. He doesn't particularly have any synergy with this, but you can't make a mono ether team is basically what I'm saying, whereas you can make a mono ice team. I think mono teams will be the meta at release, but maybe not. Maybe it's going to depend on what your opponent's type are. Maybe you're going to want to, you know, mix and match. Maybe Lucy will be such a good buffer that you'll want to have her on the team. Maybe you'll throw Sukaku on for the, oh no, she's a secret agent, not the police. I don't know if we have any other police characters at launch, so you won't be able to get that resonance, but maybe you'll want to put Anby or Billy to get the Cunning Hair's resonance, because there's a type resonance as well as a faction resonance, so that's pretty cool. It adds some team building variety as well. So those are the good things to consider. Is I do think that either way, whichever of these two you pick, because you probably can't get both, but whichever one you pick, they sort of come with their best support. Like Zhuyan comes with Nicole, so you get a free copy of Nicole and you get a free copy of Sakaku. So either way, you at least have one copy, but you can build more additional copies of your best support for your 5-star. So no matter which one you pick, you're getting a good character to go along with them, and then you're also getting a character that doesn't really go along with that character, which is fine. The way that the banners work is there's only 2 rate up 4-stars as opposed to Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, which have 3, and this is because there's only 3 team slots, and there's overall less characters in the game, at least at launch, compared to Zenless or compared to Honkai Star Rail or Genshin. Another thing you can consider is re-rolling, because you get a lot of summons in the game, and the game does have a skip button right from the beginning. You can skip through dialogue and cutscenes, so there's a chance that re-rolling is a pretty good idea, and you might be able to re-roll to get either a standard banner character, because there also is a beginner banner where you get a standard banner character fairly early. So maybe you can re-roll to get yourself an Ellen and then if you get her early, then you can grab yourself a Zhu Yuan or a future character before that banner ends. So that might be a pretty good idea too. At least right now, I don't plan on getting any 5-star weapons personally, so I'm not going to talk too much about these weapon banners. It's just so early, we don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to be the best in slot weapons for your characters, right? And they do have some cool animations and look kind of cool. I'm going to be going with 4-star weapons only, or A rank weapons only for the beginning, so I probably won't be I'll always talk about these weapons, but right now I don't think we have a great idea as to how good 5-star weapons really are. If I had to guess, I'd say they're going to be similar to, like, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin are pretty similar in that there are pretty good 5-star weapons, but at the same time there's good 4-star options as well. You don't need to go for the 5-star. And the Bang Boo banner, which again is with free-to-play currency, and it is a selector itself. So you can select any of the S rank Bang Boo that you want, that whatever goes with your character, and that you can work towards that one. So that's really, really great for people grinding towards having a best in slot team comp. You don't need to worry about RNG of not getting the right Bang Boo and just hoping that you do. You can just select it every single time, which is just the greatest thing ever. I'm so thrilled that they're adding this. So overall, they've kind of set it up so that you can't miss, that whichever character you go for, they come with the best support. You get a bunch of free characters already that are really fun to play with and try things out, and you have a couple teams set just in the beginning. So let's say you don't want to, wish on the first banners. You want to maybe save and see what the next banners are going to be like. Maybe there's a character, maybe neither of the launch characters vibe with you and you want to save for the future. You can build 2 teams with just the free characters, and you're going to have some standard banner wishes, so you'll be able to start summoning on the standard banner. And if you're a hoarder, you can stockpile Bang Boo until there's you finally have a character that you really want to go for, and then you can select the Bang Boo that you want and save your Boo pawns for those. So yeah, I'm excited for this game. Check out my second channel. I'm going to be doing early game guides on all the characters right around the launch of the game. I'm ready to dive in and cover this game just like I cover Genshin. After they made the first round of changes, going from beta 2 to beta 3, they improved so much and it was a lot more fun, and it seems like they've done it again and they've improved a bunch more stuff, and my biggest criticisms for the game have been addressed, and the game seems better than ever going into the full launch of the game, and the new character designs are looking awesome, and I really can't wait. So head over to Jello Zone Zero, head over to the official link and pre-register. Check out the live stream if you want even more information. The live stream covered all the new stuff, and it was actually a really enjoyable watch. It was one of the most succinct and just exciting and hype from start to finish live streams that I've seen in a while. So I'm really, really excited for Zenless Zone Zero. Let me know if you are. Take care. Bye for now.